Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Howza Life, the show where we show you what Howza life is really like for Howza students living here in the holy city of Qom.
This is my husband, Muzaffer and Syeda.
And this is my wife, Syeda Fatima Ali. It's been Bistudoye Bahman, Bistudoye Bahman, Bistudoye Bahman.
And he's really excited about it. And I'm 8 months now, alhamdulillah.
Oh, so we did loads of shopping. We've got the cot now, we've got loads of baby stuff, we've got loads of, I don't know, like...
I've been annoying him to take me out, get the baby stuff, because obviously you guys know we're in Qom, parents not here, mother, his parents not my parents.
Yeah.
But they're obviously helping us out however they can from
Yeah,
England and Canada. So we're doing everything ourselves. And Ayam Fatimiyya has come in like this week as well, the week of Bistudoye Bahman. So
right,
it's like,
so we had like a shahadat of Bi Fatima Zahra, which is manic in the holy city of Qom. Everybody's always, and they do it for 20 days. I heard in other cultures they do it for 10 days, some people do it for 3 days.
Yeah.
But in Iran, they commemorate the shahadat of Bi Fatima Zahra for 20 days. Whenever we talk to relatives, like they're always like, oh, I wish I could buy this for you, I wish I could buy that for you.
Yeah,
and we're like,
so
Jazakallah, and we want to say thank you again for everybody. But when you're a student in the holy city of Qom, it's going to be pretty much independent. And obviously, we've decided to have the child right here in the holy city.
Of Qom. It's a long story.
But we're going to discuss that next episode, inshallah.
Yeah. So that morning we woke up and then we got ready and all, and then we went for the procession.
So, however many people turn up this year for the Bistudoye Bahman procession, however many people show up, it's going to show how many people support and love the Islamic Republic. And we're stuck in traffic. A few streets away, we were like, oh my god, we couldn't even reach the place because it was so crowded.
But it was so cute and like beautiful, like little kids, and I saw young youth, lots of youth participating in it. They had like the Iranian flag painted on their cheeks and flags. And so what is Bistudoye Bahman?
It's kind of like the Independence Day of Iran. The Bistudoye Bahman, the 22nd of Bahman. Bahman is one of the months in the Iranian calendar.
It's the second last month of the Iranian calendar.
Right. It's the day where the Western-backed dictator, Reza Shah, was kicked out of the country and the Islamic Republic was born, i.e. the Islamic Revolution, it really
So Iran officially and like properly became a Shia country. Like if it was before, obviously, but it wasn't like a proper Shia country because of the Shah. And
there were still loads of Shias inside the country, but the spirit of Islam was missing. Before the revolution, it was like they made it illegal to wear hijab. And then after the revolution, we said, nah man, you tried to challenge Allah, you tried to challenge the divine laws of Allah, hijab became wajib.
So that's the law in Iran.
In the video that we made about the Iran protests, remember when the whole Iran protest thing was going on and everybody was saying, oh my god, there's protests in Iran and people are trying to...
and stuff.
Yeah, so basically, in that video, remember it? What did I say? Iran has stood strong against everything America has tried, and now the final hope of the great Satan is to propagate this false idea that the people of Iran hate their Islamic Republic. They don't. They hate you. And if you don't believe me, then just wait a couple of days, because the anniversary of the Islamic Revolution is coming up again, and you can see on the 22nd of Bahman how many people turn up to show their love and their support for the Islamic Revolution and for the Islamic Republic. You're out of time, and you know it. The foundations of the return of Imam Mahdi have been laid down, and you know it. So that's what I said. Ayatollah Khamenei also said, wait and see the Bistudoye Bahman ceremony.
And he also said it like, he said the same day, I think, that this year's Bistudoye Bahman is going to be spectacular.
Spectacular. And now, this is the Bistudoye Bahman commemorations.
And this was the 39th year.
Somebody with a Pakistan flag.
برای اینکه انشاءالله دلهای ما فاطمی بماند، حیدری بماند. روز قیامت هم انشاءالله بتوانیم از شفاعت امیرالمؤمنین علی علیه السلام و اولاد علی حضرت زهرا سلام الله علیها بهره مند بشیم. الهی ای فلک دیگر نگردی اگر الهی ای نفس یاد زهرا اگر تسکینه رفتی بر نگردی یا فاطمه زهرا. همه با هم الله
But
There's
since
loads of
I've come to
things.
Iran, I've understood like this is how you should prepare for the 12th Imam.
People have this idea that, no, you were going to prepare for the Imam of our time. How do we do that? We're going to
Be good first of all.
We're going to be good. We're going to cleanse ourselves of sins.
Obviously
we're going
that's
to start
important. We're not
praying.
saying that's like
Those are
important.
definitely important,
really
and that goes hand in hand with everything else. But the main point is that why is it that when we think of worldly things, we suddenly become practical? We suddenly start thinking, okay, I need to have savings, I need to have my finances in the right place, I need to have this in place, I need to have a car so I can communicate and travel and all of these things. We start thinking very practically. But when it comes to deen, it's completely impractical. They imagine, yeah, we're just going to step outside our houses and just walk up to him and, we're going to fight for him. Can you imagine that? Like millions and millions of people just walking towards Imam Zaman from all places across the world? I mean, who's going to feed them? Who's going to economically provide for them? Who's going to look after them?
used to think
who's going to administrate them?
When people used to say okay, we got to prepare for the 12th Imam. That's what I used to think as well.
When the Imam comes, I'm just going to step outside my door and I'm going to appear somehow
we're going to make
miraculously.
nothing for Imam Zaman. He's going to do stuff for us. He's going to create the ultimate hukumut. We're just going to sit and be like, oh yeah.
And we've mentioned this before. A lot of people out there, they don't say it, but they see Imam Zaman as their servant. As in, they believe that when he comes, he's going to fix everything. Yeah, the world's a mess. Yeah, things aren't right and everything. But it's okay. Imam Zaman will come and fix everything.
Iranians, and we're going to live peacefully with him.
Right. Iranians do not think like that. The Marjas do not think like that. Ayatollah Sistani, Ayatollah Khamenei, they do not think like that. They think practically about it. When Imam Zaman comes, he needs to have institutions which are working under him, which are operating under a centralized power structure.
We're not doing this for Iran. We're doing this because of the Islamic government.
Yeah. So people, I mean, that's a good point.
Yeah. So whenever we keep saying that, whenever we talk to people about Iran, right? So they think that, they've just become like Iranians. They love their country.
Neither of us are Iranian. I'm Indian, she's Indian. We're from Hyderabad. I was born in the UK, she was born in Canada.
Yeah. It's not about Iran. When we're saying something about Ayatollah Khamenei as well, when we're saying something about Iran, it's not that we're saying because of Iran, we're saying because of the Islamic government.
The Holy Quran, it says that Allah will not change the condition of a people until they change themselves. Okay? The Iranian people did that. They changed their own conditions. A revolution means what? It means the change. And inqilab is the word for revolution in Farsi and Arabic as well. And it's beautiful because the root of that word is qalb, heart. It means to have a complete change of heart. Their direction was something else and then it became Allah. Had the people anywhere in the world, if it was China that did it, if it was a country in Africa that did it, we would have been there as well. But the point is that the people of Qum, the people of Iran, are the ones who made that change, who took Islam out of the books and implemented
That's what Imam Khomeini did. That's what Imam Khamenei is doing now. Imam Khomeini started the revolution and now Imam Khomeini is running it, continuing it.
And this revolution isn't just something invented. That's what people have to understand.
I think Muzaffer,
wait. Sorry, it's exactly that.
Excited.
Hold on. Yeah, we're a bit too excited. It is exactly that same thing that all the prophets and all the imams wanted to come and establish. That's what people are not understanding. This Islamic revolution is what Allah was referring to when He said, Inna ja'ilun fil ardi khalifa. I'm going to place a Khalifa on the earth. Obviously, it's not complete yet because Imam Zaman isn't directly and visibly leading it yet. But that will happen, inshallah. This is the foundation.
I keep thinking, okay, why don't people feel proud about it?
I mean, wow.
Like, you should be like, wow, there's a country.
That's a very good point.
Which is like completely Islamic and all those kind of things. Like,
no, people will never be.
like people, why aren't you happy? Yeah. Like, think about it. Like, you know, I was thinking about it
There's
as well.
lots of people who are happy, but
not lots of people, some
Shias,
people.
like Shias especially. I mean, there's Sunnis who are proud of it. That's the weird thing about
Just
it.
be proud of it. We have an Islamic government where there's no...
There are so many Sunni brothers and sisters out there who see Iran and they're like, that is an inspiration for me.
And it's not about Shia Sunni again.
Ahmad Didat, perfect example. Ahmad Didat, when he says that, look, he's the one who actually said that the people of Iran don't see the Mahdi as their servant. They see themselves as the servants of Imam Mahdi. He's the one who said that. That's not a quote from me. So that's a Sunni saying that. Then there's some Shias who, and this is what me and Syeda are always talking about this. The Shia mentality, they have this mentality, a lot of Shias, in fact, people in general, that they will love someone when they're dead. I mean, they love people who are dead. I mean, okay, look, in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, how many people were following him? Those were the true believers. They always have few followers when they are alive, and then when they die, loads of people start saying that person was so great. So Imam Ali was alive. How many people? The amount of people that followed him was ridiculous. Yes, he had armies under his back. He was the Khalifa at one point. Yes, but he would still go and cry
at the well.
At the well, or in some riwayat, in some hadith, he'd put his fingers on the ground and just be like, you know, crying, because he's alone, because he has nobody to talk to, because nobody actually understands him. Okay, after he dies, so many people start going, you know, wa wayla, crying for Imam Ali, saying he was so great, but do they follow Imam Hassan? No. As soon as Imam Hassan passes away, people say Imam Hassan was so great, do they follow Imam Hussein? No. When Imam Hussein is alive, nobody follows him, but when he passes away, loads of people are like crying and crying and crying over him. And it goes on and on and on. Even today, right? Imam Khomeini was not an infallible Imam. He wasn't in that sense an Imam.
When he was alive,
he was a leader of the Shia school of thought.
Him.
Right? When he was alive, how many people were following him? Even today, the weirdest thing I see is when people are saying, I don't like Ayatollah Khamenei, but I love Imam Khomeini. Imam Khomeini was just something else. He was...
Is everyone,
like,
most of the people like...
As soon as, like, God forbid, I don't want to think about Ayatollah Khamenei passing away, but, you know, because I believe that he is the one who's going to hand over the banner to Imam Zaman. He is that man. Inshallah, inshallah. But let's just ponder on it. If he passes away, these same people who are not with him now, they'll be like, oh, Ayatollah Khamenei, he was great. The books that he wrote, oh, the Visto Panja Saleh, that was amazing. Oh, Tarhe Kulli, that was amazing. Our mentality is this, that we wait for somebody to die before appreciating them. Iranians do not think like that. Wait. Just one quick point. People are worried there are people who are worried, apprehensive about saying, you know, death to America. You shouldn't be scared of that. I mean,
and we're not saying death to like the people. Or
no, I mean the people of America
to the
themselves,
government,
right?
To their policies.
Death to America, death to England, death to Saudi Arabia, and death to Israel. These are the four biggest bad guys in today's world. Don't be apprehensive about saying these things. They are the worst of the worst. They are the enemies of Islam. I mean, if you look at it from a military perspective, they're bombing innocent people out there. If you look at it from an economic perspective, there's 50 million poor people in America itself, and you know, they're putting sanctions on Iran, and etc., etc. And then if you look at it from an ideological perspective, all of their media is aimed at just indoctrinating the youth and just brainwashing the masses and turning people again away from Islam.
They're making movies about terrorists and all the time.
They're the ones who made Islam synonymous with terrorism.
Like, you know, I told you, I'm watching like nowadays in Bollywood as well. They're making movies.
Bollywood just copies Hollywood, forget them. But the point is, don't be worried about it. Every era has had a big enemy.
Don't be afraid to speak up and say, okay, this is the bad guy, this is the good guy.
Exactly. Look, in the time of Ibrahim, Nimrud was the bad guy. In the time of Musa, Pharaoh and the pharaonic system, was the bad guy. Egypt was the bad guy at that time. You know, in the time of Rasulullah, it was Abu Sufyan, Abu Jahl.
And though every Imam had their own.
Yeah, in today's world, the enemy of Imam Zaman is America, England, Saudi Arabia and Israel. Don't be worried about saying it. And if you are worried about saying it, then remember this: in Tansurullah yansurkum. If you help the cause of Allah, Allah will help you.
And that's it for today.
Inshallah, if you do have any questions or queries and anything at all, just send it to us, inshallah, and we'll have a look. Don't forget to leave a comment.
One question someone was asking about the last episode, which we should answer right now.
Okay, okay.
Someone was asking about, like, do you have to leave Howza when you get pregnant for the ladies?
No. Yeah.
No, it's not like that. It's your choice, actually. If you want to continue studying, you can continue studying. But if you want to take some time off, like, for, like, I don't know how much time.
You can.
You can.
Yeah. So don't forget to leave a comment and share this video, inshallah, and we'll see you next time, inshallah. From my wife, Sayyidah Fatima Ali.
From my husband, Muzaffer and Syeda.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi
Rahmatullahi
wa
wa
barakatuh.
barakatuhu.